Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video, man. In this one, we're going to be talking about how the Spider-Man prices have actually tanked. They're going downhill, and some of my thoughts, because I actually learned a lot, and it was very, very insightful, really seeing the Marvel community, seeing people's thoughts, and how people feel about Veve, the NFTs, and this whole NFT space in general, because I feel like we're in a community where a lot of people in the community are actually woke, but honestly, it seems like less people are woke to what's going on than I thought. So people are really just FOMOing in because they don't want to miss out, but not actually understanding what they're jumping into. So when it comes down to it, this video actually helped me understand how many people are trying to sell off secret rares and things like that. This is really just crypto people. These are not collectors. This is crypto people. And the collectors, what brought to my attention, that tweet that I retweeted where everybody in the community was arguing with this random guy on Twitter for 2-3 days. I don't know. He's probably still going. I haven't checked my notifications. Cause yeah, they've been getting slammed. But yeah, man, what's interesting is that the collectors are still not on board with NFTs. People are not understanding, and we don't know when that level of education is going to come, when NFTs are going to be widely adopted. What people are not understanding, I see so many comments of people who are really uneducated on the space, and it seems like this is a gimmick that a lot of people are buying into more so than people actually understanding the values of NFTs. I see so many comments like, oh, Veve missed it. Veve is doing it so wrong. This is the NFT boom. They're supposed to be dominating this. This is the only chance they're going to get. No. If you understand what Veve is actually doing, the world is going to turn to NFTs regardless of what anyone thinks about them. So if Veve is only going to be big for a boom, then it's not valuable. Why the hell are you investing in it? If what you're investing in is only valuable during this boom, you're buying something completely useless. You're buying something that's going to be completely worthless. What makes these valuable is that NFTs is actually going to be a big deal. They're going to be a big industry regardless of what people think, regardless of anyone's feelings. The fact of the matter is the world will shift more digital. The world will shift to this. And it's the arguments that people were saying yesterday, it's the same thing as people saying yo, why would someone watch someone else play a video game? Look at that industry. Whether you like it or not, whether it makes sense to you or not, the world is going digital. We went from a place where gamers used to want to play the game themselves and wanna didn't watch other people playing and stuff like that. Now we have a whole industry flourishing of people just watching other people play video games. It's by the millions and millions of people. They still play games themselves and they watch other people play. So what you have to understand is industries change, things progress, and the NFTs are here to stay. But I'm seeing so many people sell out of their Veve collectibles. I'm seeing people sell their NFTs and stuff the first freaking month, the first week, or the first few days after it's come out. It's people are not. These guys are flippers. And this is what I mean. This is what I tell you all. The market prices, I don't believe that those are going to be the real prices. The thing with collectibles and comics and stuff like that, it was not manipulators who set the price of comics and all of this other stuff. It was genuine people who loved the products and were willing to pay real money, certain amount of money for it. What you have to understand about Veve and why I don't trust any of the prices in the marketplace whatsoever is because these are crypto bulls setting prices for what they feel like they should get just for clicking a fucking button. Are you kidding me? You think these are the guys that's going to set the price? We don't know what an actual fan is going to be willing to pay because the actual fans don't even believe in NFTs yet. The actual fans still have to even be converted to get on the NFT wave. And then once they're on the wave, then they can reasonably assess what they will actually pay for something. So I feel like we're some years away from seeing the true value of some of these NFTs. I feel like we're years away. I feel like the education is so far away that I feel like we're years away. I feel like by year two or three, that's when we're going to start seeing what things are actually going to be priced at, genuinely. So, we need more people like that. That's what needs to happen. We need to onboard more people. More people need to be educated about what's going on. And yeah, I think that you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised at how the marketplace prices change. Now, granted, a lot of these things could be completely worthless down the line, but a lot of them could be super super valuable down the line. Um, you just don't know. You never actually know. Some of this stuff, like the FOMO, could be like, but you got to think about it. People are FOMOing into these other NFTs that's absolutely horrible and FOMOing in paying millions of dollars. What about when the FOMO comes to Veve? Because Veve is going to have its day regardless. Veve is going to have its day because it deserves it. It's creating things that is going to build up to that moment. They're listening to the community. They're willing to add in the things that's going to make this platform absolutely amazing. So like I said, I have very little faith in how things are priced right now. I'll just say that. I have very, very little faith in how things are priced right now. I don't think that Crypto Bulls actually sets and controls anything. I don't think that they should control the prices of what collectors will be paying. So I think the collectors will come in setting the prices. That's just my thoughts. But let's actually hear this video. He did a great job with this video. Be sure to subscribe to the homie. Yeah, let's jump into it.
Hey everyone, it's Bun. I'm back with another stuff. Today is Tuesday, August 10th, and it's the morning time, roughly 6 a.m. Central Time. I hope you guys are doing well. Whew. Alright guys, day 2 of the week. I've got some information for you guys. I've got spreadsheet, Reddit, Omi price. Got a couple of pieces of information to bring you guys, of course, and I'll have you guys on your way for a nice Tuesday. Let's keep grinding. Let's go. All right, guys. First of all, let's just pop over to the spreadsheet right off the bat here. Spreadsheet's going to be linked in the description down below. If you need to know the price of any Veve NFTs, you're going to want to come to the spreadsheet. You're looking for column I. It's a column where the numbers are slightly larger. I've also got a ton of other data on here. And I do want you guys to know I did update the circulating supply numbers today, okay? I'm going to come back to that. We've also got a low mintage NFTs page on here. Kind of sorts the NFTs in order of rarity, and we've also got 3 portfolio calculators where you type in how many of each NFT you have. It'll tell you what your portfolio is worth. Very.
Also, one thing that I find is interesting is that we're still in the early season. Like, so basically, we're in early seasons. People are counting out certain collectibles in the early seasons. Things get valuable the longer that they're there. The longer, like. So basically, by the time we get to season 10, what's going to be super rare? What's going to be the most valuable assets on the platform? Now, granted, yes, to get to season 10 is going to take some years. It's going to take some time. But these Pokemon cards, like, when did the Pokemon card boom actually happen? Because I was playing with Pokemon cards my whole childhood, and I wasn't able to make money off of those. So when did this whole Pokemon card craze actually begin? Because this is the type of information that you should be basing your facts around. Like, you should be basing this type of stuff around what happens in the real world. This is something that's built for collectors. We are all crypto people who is trying to take advantage of the fact and make some money off the fact that collectors are going to love this. But also, we're not actually most of us are not actually knowledgeable about what it's going to take for these NFTs to be adopted. How long is going to take the average consumer? Why do we jump on board? That's the question. Why do we jump on board? Simple. We see that the world is moving digital. These digital assets, these collectibles, like, you can do things with these collectibles you can't do with actual collectibles. And we see the opportunity there. We realize, like, when it comes down to NFTs and ticketing and things like that, like, we see how big this space is going to be. We got in because of financial benefits. When it comes down to collectors, what is it actually going to take from somebody who loves their collectibles in real life, something tangible, something like that they feel like they own, like something that feels like you have a different type of ownership because you can hold it in your hand. Like, what is it going to take for somebody in that space to adapt to something new? And I'm not just talking about the artists and Marvel and these IPs who are jumping on board. I'm talking about the consumer. How long will it actually take for the average consumer to convert from what they have known and what they have done their entire lives? Like, this is something that has to be factored in and considered. Obviously, the Marvel is going to be for it. Obviously, these creators or like Kozik and everybody. Obviously, they're going to be for it. They're getting more money from it. So come on now, everybody, all of these guys is going to be for it. But what about the actual consumer? Is it going to be? Is it going to have to be something that's forced on them, like the internet? Is that what it's going to take for people to realize that this is serious? This is here to stay. Is it going to take NFTs being around for more time and thriving, being super successful? Um, like these are questions that you really need to think about, and think about the fact that, like I said, we're just but I think by the time like people catch on, we're going to be in like season 5, 6, 7 maybe. Like I feel like we're going to be a good amount along, and I feel like that's when these collectibles we have right now is going to be most valuable. I feel like it's going to start going up in value later on, and this is what also why I have not sold any collectible. I know that everybody's just like crypto boys here. Everybody is all about crypto and short term. Like people are not patient. That's why the prices go up and down and everybody's trying to sell these things. Realistically, the marketplace, a lot of these collectibles should be at zero in the marketplace. Like they should not even be listed. A lot of these collectibles that's listed should not be listed, but people are thirsty to make a flip, thirsty to make a return. Like that shows you who we have using the Veve app. The certain percentages, like you're going to see some certain percentages. You're going to see who we have using the Veve app.
Cool. But from here, though, I updated the circulating supply numbers, and I wanted to quickly talk about that. I just want you guys to know that the circulating supply numbers hardly move, all right? I haven't even updated them in like a week, and a lot of them were like so close, if not like so many of them were the exact same number. So many of them are off by like one or two. There's only a handful that really move meaningfully. Um, Typically, like when I see a move of like 20 mints, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Um, be honest with you, like some of the newer NFTs kind of always are moving like a lot. So like, I don't know. There's not a ton to gain from the mintage number when I'm recording them. They really do come into effect though once an NFT has been around for a while, in my opinion. So I did get the Spider-Man mintage numbers on here right now. What we know about the Spider-Man mintages is that the common is the rarest one on the market right now. I mean, there's only 2.8% of them.
Yeah, people probably just don't think that that's going to sell. People probably don't think that that's going to sell. And I mean, there's a lot of them as well. So you can put a lot of those on the market, and yeah. But like, look at all the secret rares. It should not be that many secret rares. Like, look at all those secret rares. It should not be that many listed right now. 169. Look at the ultra rares, 396. It should not be this many of these things listed right now. And this is what lets you know what type of community we have here, because these are not collectors. These are people trying to make flips, and this is why they keep undercutting each other. This is why the prices move so much. This is why. It's not actual collectors. Like the prices are not set. And this is why I don't take these prices serious to begin with. Because what's going to set this price is the actual collectors coming in. Which we have no idea when that's even going to happen. I think what needs to happen, I think what Veve has is the opportunity to really change things in a way that I don't even know if they've thought about it yet. They could really create something special here. But we'll talk about that soon.
Somehow. Um, we've got 6. It's kind of weird. The percentage goes up the more rare the Spider-Man is. So the cheapest Spider-Man is the most rare on the market. The common. The uncommon's kind of 6.7% availability on the market. The rare 10.9% availability. Ultra rare 15.8%. And then secret rare 16.9%. With that being said, the prices for the rare, the ultra rare, and the secret rare did come down since yesterday. I've adjusted those. The rare was at like 138, so I think came down like $13. The ultra rare was pretty high yesterday. This thing's down to 639, and then the secret rare is down to $2,148 right now. So pretty substantial. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. But like I said, I did update all the data, so pretty much the entire spreadsheet is ready to go right now. So please get some usage out of that. I'd very much appreciate it. Next, let's pop into Reddits, and there really is only like 2 or 3 Reddits I need to shout out today, so we're going to be ripping through this. It's going to be a nice short video for you guys. All right, guys. First post is going to be from our homie Suspicious Wallaby saying, SR and UR Spider-Man prices have crashed. RIP to the people who bought in the FOMO.
One thing I want to say is never buy into the FOMO, man. Never buy into the FOMO. Like, don't buy something the day after it was listed. Give it some time. Like, manipulate the fact that we have all these crypto bulls in here. These are crypto bulls. If they're going to buy something, they're going to get these drops, and they're going to not be able to sell them. They're not going to be able to move them, and they're going to come down on their price. Because these guys don't give the slightest shit about these assets. They don't care about them at all. This is just a flip to them. It's a bag, which means if they post something for a price you don't want to pay, they're not going to keep holding it. They're not going to keep it listed. They don't actually believe in VV, so they don't have conviction with their pricing. If they post something for a certain price and no one buys it, they're going to go down. As opposed to somebody who actually loves this, who knows what it's worth, and they're only selling for a certain amount because it's rare and valuable. These are not rare or valuable yet. They have not even had time to become rare or valuable. Just because it's a tag that says super rare or secret rare or something, like, that don't mean that it's rare. It's been out 2 days. Like, what do you mean it's rare? It's super, like, come on now. This is not rare. This stuff is not valuable yet. It haven't even had time to get some value. But yeah, man, people are not thinking logically about this. Like, don't buy anything. I'm gonna tell you all the quickest way to gain this crypto influence system we have right now. Don't buy shit. Don't buy shit at all. If you don't buy shit, they're going to come down on the prices because they don't want their money tied up in holding these assets that they don't believe in. Just don't buy. I guarantee you. Don't buy, the prices will come down. It's guaranteed.
SR prices are down to, he's saying 2,000. This thing's down here, but it's even lower now. This was 8 hours ago. And this is a good post, and this is something that people need to think about. Because sometimes when an NFT drops, the price just climbs. And sometimes when the NFT drops, the price just goes down. How are you going to identify these NFTs?
The ones that climb is because people are buying them. People start buying them. I guarantee you right now, if these NFTs that start climbing, if no one bought them, they would stop climbing and they would start going in the other direction. I guarantee it. There's no conviction behind people pricing these things as quickly as they're coming out. There's no conviction and faith in this project from a lot of these people who hold these assets. So I would take climbs and falls with a grain of salt right now. You want to get something for a certain price, you set that price in your head and just don't buy anything. And I guarantee the price comes down. They're going to want to get rid of these things. They want to they don't want to hold this stuff. They don't believe it's going to be valuable in the future, or they don't want to wait 10 years potentially for something to become valuable. They want their money now. Take advantage of the fact that this is the crypto space. These crypto people are not very hard to understand. They want money as quickly as possible. How long does it take an asset to be worth something? Any asset. It takes years of holding. The reason that people are in crypto is because they don't want to wait years. They want to blow up in a few months and get rich. So use that to your advantage. Force them to come down on that price. If somebody paid $400 for an asset, if you paid $400 for a Spider-Man, you're perfectly fine taking $1,000 if you just want to make a quick flip. So force people to come down to $1,000. You think they won't? Like if they knew for a fact nobody was buying above $1,000, it would be priced at $1,000 because they don't want to hold that shit. And I'm just being honest with you. But the thing is, like, it's just like saying everybody stay in, y'all. It's COVID. Some people are going, like, somebody's going to FOMO in and buy, and like that. That's gonna be what sets the price for the market momentarily. Like, everyone would not just not buy until it got down to 1,000. Everybody would not like, but I can guarantee you it would go down to 1,000 if nobody would be willing to buy. Guarantee it would go down. Just because that would be like, look at how lowly people have been pricing things when Spider-Man was coming. Look at how low people were pricing things from the Spider-Man FOMO. You know people are willing to go down on these prices. They were accepting bullshit for these prices for the Spider-Man just to get these things off.
Really don't know. It's tough. Sometimes by rarity, sometimes by how cool the NFT is itself. It's tough, and this is a situation where it's tough. Some people probably kind of lost their butts on this, but it's the nature of the beast. It's the way she goes. What are you guys' thoughts about this post, though? Any thoughts about that? How do you guys predict if a price is going to go up or down post drop? I mean, obviously we see some prices do go down and then some prices do go up. I feel like some of the rabbits from last week or from a couple weeks ago, they kind of just went up, like the red one, for instance. That's just my take on it, though. It kind of started out at maybe like 200 and just slowly started climbing towards 300. But this one kind of came out at 2700 and kind of just started falling. What are you guys' take on that? How do you guys kind of look at that, and what do you guys use to kind of gauge whether you think an NFT will go up or down in price?
I think with the rabbits, the rabbit is different. So these guys, these artists, they have a different fan base. They have a collector's fan base. So when these guys drop a real physical collectible, they actually, like, their fan base buys this already. So if like somebody like Kozik partners with Veve and then he promotes on his social media and things like that, his following is going to get on Veve with the sole purpose of getting his work. Which means that when it's priced at something, people will keep buying it to the point where you can keep going up on the price because he has an audience that's actually collectors. A lot of the people who are holding them rabbits, they're actual collectors. Somebody holding Marvel, it's like you're not an idiot. You know that Marvel is going to be valuable. So it's like chances are the majority of the people holding these Marvel NFTs are not collectors. So I think that that's the difference here. I think that in the short term, the most valuable collectibles are going to be the collectibles from these artists, as far as not the most valuable, but the ones that'll go up probably is going to be the ones from the artists, and the ones that'll go down is going to be from the IPs, the big IPs especially, because people are going to be willing to overpay for them, but then they're going to start going down because the actual collectors, the people who would actually collect these Marvel NFTs, are not actually on the platform. So, yeah. Because they still have to be convinced. Like we saw the argument. Like if you didn't see the argument on Twitter, you should definitely follow me on Twitter. We saw the argument. These people who would actually buy this stuff is not active on Veve.
Really love to know that. Next, we got a post from our homie Elbow off the top Peak AM saying, "Kissing booth, the hype of Spider-Man coming to Veve has brought everyone out. Let's take a peek. Oh wow, look at all these ladies. Look at all these ladies lining up for kisses for Spider-Man. And we've even got Fat Tony back here. Fat Tony, just can't miss out on the action, of course. Shout out to our homie Elbow off the top PKM. Very nice picture, man. Thanks for.
I'm asleep, bro. But alright, y'all, we gonna end the video here. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Make sure you all subscribe to the homie here, my man's butt. Weird ass statement. But yeah, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications if you are new. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, Joe.